Future marriage, need help. 26 male with a 35 female. Me, a 26 male, is about to get married to a 35-year-old female. She's super hot. I love her, I think. For some reason, she wants to get married. I kinda do. At first, I thought it was going to be just sex. And then she starts talking about she needs kids and her time is running out and stuff like that. I've never been married, so I'm kind of scared. She's been married before, but for who knows what reason, someone killed her husband. Literally. She literally does anything I tell her. I just don't get what she wants with me. I could barely take care of myself financially. I just don't get it. I'm probably going to delete this soon, but has anyone been in this situation before? What do you think? It's a lot to take in. Yeah.
Honestly, like, I don't know.
Sounds like the dude might need to
figure out what he wants?
Yeah, because one, I think if you have to question whether or not you're in love with someone, you're not. Like, there's obviously ups and downs in relationships, but how do I put this? Like I've never thought once that I don't love my fiance. So, like, for him to question that, it sounds like he's not ready to get married. And he probably, especially since it sounds like his confidence in himself is a little low too, because he's talking about the financial issues and all that. Like, obviously, in a relationship, the two of you can grow together, and maybe she sees the value of him and, like, where he can go.
Yeah.
So she's willing to work with him through those, you know.
Or she's ready to murder him.
She is 35 years old.
Well, again, her other husband
That's
just...
true. Maybe she killed her husband. He's got to get out of there.
Run. Run as fast as you can.
I would say, though, I don't think that he should. It sounds like he doesn't want marriage like she does.
But the murder thing would be a very big red flag.
That is terrifying. The fact that he doesn't know how the husband got married or why or whatever, that is kind of a red flag in my opinion. Like, what
if it was like a total like it was a DUI accident?
Yeah,
or
but
like
she hasn't talked about it.
Maybe it's just her, like, harm, like, it hurts her to talk about it. Like, what if that was her true love? And that,
at the same time, though, like, well, if it's your true love... Or she
murdered her.
Yeah. He knows nothing about how the previous husband died, and she wants to marry him. There's
probably something about, like, he can look online and find it.
No,
Do some investigating.
Maybe, but I don't know. That's kind of sketchy. I would say... maybe put a pause, or at least have a discussion with your...
Wait, when did he say he was getting married?
They didn't set an exact date. It just says that she wants to get married.
Oh, I thought it
just says, for some reason, she wants to get married. I kind of do. That's where it's like...
Well, also, like, there was basically a 10-year age gap.
It is a biological clock that she's chasing. Because maybe it's like marriage, kids... she's tying all that in together. You could be right, though. Maybe she's just looking for her next murder. She prowls on younger, innocent men.
Aren't you 26?
Yeah, but my fiance's 27. It's not that much of an age gap.
I was meaning...
And no, I'm not a young, innocent...
Naive.
I'm naive, for sure.
Well, that's true.
My 29-year-old fiance, 29-year-old female, 34-year-old male. Sorry, I mixed that. 29-year-old female, 34-year-old male. God, this is worded so weird. It says my 29 female fiance, 34 male, used a gift card that was a gift to both of us for my birthday dinner. Is it bad to have my feelings hurt? My fiance is a wonderful, thoughtful person who regularly makes me feel incredibly loved and appreciated. In this one instance, we had a really awkward moment that I'd appreciate some thoughts on. We were planning to go out to dinner for my birthday, and leading up to it, he specifically talked about the dinner being his treat. We were out of the town, and because we weren't sure when we would get out of work and make it to town, we didn't have a dinner reservation. When we were trying to figure out, hang on, I gotta click on the whole story. When we were trying to figure out where to go, he suggested several fairly expensive restaurants. I suggested somewhere more casual because it had been a long trip and honestly I didn't feel like getting fancy. We had a great dinner and a wonderful time, blah, blah, blah. The fiance was talking to the server about the bill. Apparently he was trying to use a gift card and for some reason their system wasn't accepting it. When I sat down, I saw the gift card on the table, recognized it as the Visa gift card a friend had given the two of us as an engagement present. The server had to get a manager and came and went from our table to update him several times. My fiance sensed I was uncomfortable and incorrectly assumed I was embarrassed by the back and forth about the gift card. I said a few times that it was okay. But y'all, this man can read me like a book. I really prepared not to say anything about it and just be grateful for a really fun evening out. But I have no poker face and he kept asking me what was wrong. I did my best to tactfully explain that him using a gift card that was technically both of ours to pay for a dinner that was framed as his birthday gift to me came off as not very thoughtful. I could tell he was embarrassed and felt really bad about it. I felt awful. He said that he thought it would be okay because we're getting married soon, then everything will be in the same pot. I was trying to explain that it's the principle, but I didn't want to make him feel worse. And I kept hearing how douchey that sounded. We talked it all out and we're okay afterwards, but it was hard and highlighted a difference in our thought processes that has left me a little unsettled. Okay. We'll begin there and then we'll go into the additional context part because there's more. What do you think? Do you think that your husband uses a gift card on your birthday for dinner as his gift is acceptable?
I didn't realize it was the gift.
That's what he said. That's what she said. Maybe she got gifts on top of it, but it was...
If that's the only thing he did was take her out to dinner and...
From what we see, sure. That's what it says.
He used the gift card, then yeah, I could see... Like, I see both sides, but if that wasn't the gift and he was just treating her because it's her birthday, I honestly... I don't see a problem with the gift card situation.
So if it's the only thing he did, though. Because that's all the information we have. If it's the only thing,
then it's kind of like... Also, the other thing that I'm looking at, it was a Visa gift card... Which they could use that towards the wedding stuff.
See, I thought about it the other way. You use the Visa gift card towards the birthday because they're probably saving up for a wedding.
Well, and that's the other thing is that I was looking at is that what if he's tight on money right this moment because of the fact that they're planning a wedding. I'm not going to lie. I think she's being a little, how do I put this? Bratty. Spoiled rotten, maybe? I wouldn't say bratty or spoiled rotten. I think she just wanted to feel special. But she said at the beginning that he always makes her feel special. And so it's like him thinking, because I'm thinking he probably is thinking this. We're saving up for a wedding. Perfect. And it is something that was used for both of them. He did exactly what the friend gave them the gift to do, was use it for both of you. He did that. He paid for a dinner for both of y'all. If I was in that situation, I wouldn't be upset with it because of the fact that I still got a good meal out of it. But let me know you're using the gift card so that I can rack up the bill so that if you do need to pay for more. That's crazy. But no, I'm joking. I was kidding. She also is 29. So it's not like it's without being disrespectful, like, she turned 29 years old. It's not like she turned a big number. It's not like she turned 21, 18. Yeah, but some people celebrate all of their birthdays. But I'm saying, like, if he does a great job of making her feel special, and then this one time he's like,
maybe we should save a little. We got a wedding right around the corner, etc. I think she's being a little ungrateful that he was thinking, like, we have this gift card here, why would we not use it? Because that same money elsewhere, let's say he used his card instead of the gift card, and he used the gift card towards the wedding stuff, like you said, it's still the same money no matter what.
That's what I was like, no matter if he spends the money there, he's going to have to spend the money somewhere else. So it's, see, and that's the thing. Gift cards are there for a reason. It shouldn't matter if he's using a gift card or not.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous.
But I could see being more embarrassed about the manager coming back and forth. But also at the end of the day, I would be only embarrassed by that if my significant other was being rude.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like he was.
No, it seemed...
So here's some additional context. She states, I feel like there's some additional context that's important here. I grew up in a financially comfortable household and my fiance didn't. My parents are big on those unspoken rules when it comes to manners. My parents are a little intense about that kind of stuff, and as a result, etiquette missteps make me really uncomfortable. I try to be aware of what actually matters and what doesn't, especially because my fiance doesn't share that background. One of my favorite things about him is how completely comfortable he is being himself in every situation. He's a polite and thoughtful person, but when it comes to some of the more nuanced etiquette things, he just doesn't know and doesn't stress about not knowing, which while that stresses me out, I kind of admire it. That's where I feel that spoiled. When I first initially said that, like it makes sense now that she's saying that she came from a financially free home. That's where like maybe it's not spoiled is the right term. I
wouldn't say spoiled. I wouldn't call her like a spoiled brat or anything like that.
It's more of not entitled. That sounds bad too. I guess any way I'm gonna put it sounds bad. It just sounds like it clearly sounded she came from money and
they were raised two different ways. So it's
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things that I guess we weren't raised financially free and all that. So I guess we're probably on the side of I'm sure if you took a poll of those that were raised less financially free and those that were raised financially free, it'd be probably 50-50. Us, like, I would probably agree with the guy using the gift card, and then, like, somebody who is more financially free would be like, no, like, he should have taken care of the bill, you know?
I'm so going to ask someone later this question. I want to know.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I can send you this article.
I'll let you know the answer.
Yeah, there's an edit. I think I threw everyone off by saying I feel unsettled. I'm not questioning our whole relationship by any means. I'm just looking for a gut check on my feelings to make sure I wasn't way off base. Like I said, we've had the big talk, including boundaries, about how we would handle money, and we're good.
It seems like her... Now hearing that part, it seems like her... It's not that her feelings were hurt or anything. She feels uncomfortable because of the gift card situation, because of the fact that she came from a household of...
I mean, I don't even know if it's the fact that he used a gift card per se. I mean, it's probably... Her whole thing is like... if
I think it's the principle behind it, that it's her birthday and he used a gift card.
Yeah.
It's not the fact of it being a gift card. It's the fact that... Well, it is the fact of the gift card. But I mean, like... It's the fact it was on her birthday. Like, if it was just a regular date night, I think she wouldn't have cared.
No, she wouldn't have, because that was something that they could do together.
But at the end of the day, with you and I, because of how we were raised, I would have no problem with it. But at the end of the day, not everybody's going to feel that way.
I would be curious, though, to hear the other side.
Like his side?
No, like, I guess more opinions on that go towards her side, just saying like,
yeah, that's true,
we grew up this way. Like, I would be interested to hear that. This one's actually pretty interesting. My girlfriend, 25 female, has wandering eyes, stares at other men in front of me, 33 male. Hi everyone, I'm coming up on my 6 months in being in our relationship. I love her more than I have ever loved any other woman, without a doubt. I can see us getting married, having children, the whole get up. In fact, we've discussed it several times and are seemingly on the same page. That said, we have had our small spats throughout the 6 months, but nothing game-breaking. We've communicated very efficiently during each conflict, worked through it, and came out with a better understanding of ourselves and each other. However, I've noticed a rather concerning habit of hers. She tends to stare at other men in front of me, whom tend to be of a rather specific build. I understand people have types, preferences, etc. I also understand that we are humans, tend to have our attention directed to people of unique physiques or levels of attractiveness. When I was a single man, I did much the same at the gym, in public, etc. Now that I'm in a committed, dedicated relationship, I dare not to repeat this behavior, especially in the presence of my girlfriend. I first noticed it at a family gathering. I have a stepbrother whom is, by all definitions, in great physical shape. Tall, muscular, etc. It would be impossible to not notice these things. However, every time I looked over at my girlfriend, she would be staring or caught mid-glance at him. I gave her the benefit of the doubt, but there was at least one solid instance of maintained eye contact as he walked by her. I felt incredibly disrespected by this. I said nothing, made no mention of it, till maybe 3 days later, which resulted in a fight, not because of that, but as a result, I had been acting different, which made her worry about her place in the relationship. In reality, I was just consumed by what had happened at the gathering. I communicated my concerns about this, we discussed wandering eyes, etc. I had believed that we had successfully navigated a new boundary and that would be the end of it. Alright, we'll start there. There's a decent chunk of the story to go through, but we'll start there. We'll get your initial thoughts on how do you feel about the brother-in-law, or stepbrother, the possible relationship here that's been lasting 6 months.
I don't think their relationship is gonna last.
No, I agree.
Not trying to be like rude and be like, bro,
no, it's
like
okay.
Break up with her or anything. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just more, I just feel like if she already has wandering eyes and she's like staring at like guys, and especially your stepbrother, and then when you try to bring it up to her, it gets into fights. There's potentially more that might be going on, or she might have more thoughts that are going on.
I think you should break up with the girl. One, on her side, I agree with him. I think it's terribly disrespectful to be like staring at dudes, and it's like he has come to her and said, hey, I feel a little insecure about this. Maybe you could kind of tone it down when you're around me. And she chooses to ignore it, clearly. Not only that, but also I kind of piggybacking off the first one that we read. I don't think he's secure within himself enough to like be a husband if you're so insecure about your wife looking at other guys.
What if he's making this up in his head too?
That's what I'm saying. It's probably a little bit of both. Because like
what if like how do you know it's mid-glance?
Well, he probably sees like them lock eye contact or something like that, or whatever it may be. That was the other point I was going to bring up. He also is clearly very insecure about his stepbrother. Like, he probably, because he kind of described it, he probably wishes he looked like the stepbrother. More or less, you know. But yeah, I think that just based off what I've read here on the beginning, it sounds like that. But we can continue on this next part. So fast forward a few weeks later, we decide to go to the gym together for the first time. I was excited about this and she was excited about it. It was another new thing we can mark off as having done together. For context, we both used to go to the gym by ourselves, so we had little experience with this environment being together. The particular days we chose was a Saturday where the gym was devoid of its usual weekday load. In fact, I'd say there was maybe 6 to 7 people in the entire building, staff aside. We started our usual machines, legs, abs, etc. When I was speaking with her, I noticed I would lose her eye contact for brief moments, 2 to 3 seconds or so. I followed the direction of where she was looking when this happened, and there happened to be another person there, very similar build as my stepbrother, a tall, brolic man. His routine involved machines near us, in front of us, or in direct line of sight of us. Each time he moved to another machine, her eyes would follow. I wanted to believe that maybe it was other people grabbing her attention, but there was quite literally nobody else in that field of view. I mentally tried to force myself to rationalize it, but couldn't without it making no sense. This happened again on the treadmill, where she blatantly stared maybe 7 or 8 seconds or so in his direction, in the area where literally nobody else was. For context, all this happened after we spoke on it the first time regarding the family gathering, how it made me feel, etc. So she had at least had an idea on where I stood on it. All right, that's the second part. There is more, but let's talk that part. Now, how do I describe this? I could see, I genuinely think he's super insecure. But I also could see a world, where she's, constantly glancing over at the same guy. You know, like at the gym, when we're at the gym, we notice a handful of people that we always notice there. Jack Sparrow, for example, or something like that. Like you, of course, are going to pan through when somebody walks by, you'll notice them or something like that, right? Unless, like, I'm by myself and I never notice anyone at the gym. I genuinely don't. But, anyways.
I do a thing where I can't keep eye contact with people for some reason when I'm talking. So I do scan and then I come back to eye contact and scan and then I come back to eye contact. So I see that point, but also if she's just looking at the same area and the guy's just working out, then I can kind of see his point. But also it kind of goes back to your like insecurity too, where he's like 7 seconds, 3 seconds, like.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Where he does seem insecure for sure.
And it could be something that maybe happened in his past, and that's why. And like,
sounds like he probably got cheated on or something.
The stepbrother might have been involved.
Or genuinely, I think he's just very insecure about himself, like his body and all that. One other thing I was going to add. I do this a lot in the gym where I'll be staring in a general direction and I'll be spaced out. And I'm not staring at someone. I'm just staring at like part of the purple machine that I'm looking at. Yeah. And then there just happens to be somebody on that machine.
Yeah.
So theoretically, because
she might have been just, especially with the treadmill situation, you're looking straight.
Yeah. Or, if she's like breaking her neck looking behind her for 8 seconds, okay, maybe I would be like, what you looking at? But
yeah.
I don't know. So this continues. After the gym, we got back to the house. I let my thoughts stir on it for a day to make sure I structured my concerns without sounding accusatory, etc. As I don't like speaking on things immediately out of fear. They may be driven by emotion rather than a place of calm rationale. She didn't deny staring, but did not admit to it. Rather, she pointed out others whom she was looking at, none of which were in or near the area that the individual whom held her gaze at the time they occurred. However, she apologized, and that made me feel way better, and she would do better to be aware of when she may or may not be looking at someone in such context, and to bring it to her attention immediately if I suspect as much. This I respected and I appreciated. Sorry for the wall of text, but some context was needed. Normally, I've given her benefit of the doubt on everything, and it's worked out. However, this is the first time she's done something twice after it at least being discussed once. Am I losing my mind here? Am I looking too deep into this? I trust her completely, with the exception of this minor repeated act. It has me concerned that it may become a larger issue in the future should we pursue marriage. No marriage right now. Theoretically, she has yet to cross a boundary line. Like, obviously she hasn't cheated or anything that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
So all he can do is
she just
trust
has wandering eyes.
Yeah. And if this is just something she does and he's not comfortable with it, then he's just got to end it. Because, like, he can't... And then same thing on her end. If this is something where she's like, I feel like this is acceptable, like, I'm just browsing, I'm not shopping kind of thing, if that's her personality, then cool, you know, and they go their own ways. But, like, they both can't go their whole lives, like, doing this where he's just in his head constantly. She is, like, thinking that it's an okay thing to do, not saying... They're both, like, right in their own ways. He just seems to be a little insecure in himself, for sure. So, any final thoughts?
No.
Okay. Oh, we started watching Breaking Bad. I thought of that because you've seen it?
I've seen some of it.
Okay, don't spoil anything. But
I don't remember it. I watched it when I was
2.
like...
And the episode 2, like, the wife thinks that he's doing something fishy. She never has said, like, he might be cheating or something, but, like...
Drugs.
Obviously. She doesn't know that. But... Alright. My 24... Okay. 24 female, 25 male. My boyfriend doesn't want to go to a wedding, but I really do. Is this a bad thing? So I, 24 female, was invited to go to a wedding next week. It's for a friend, 23 male, who I've known since high school and haven't seen in a while. He lives in North Carolina. I live in Missouri, where we grew up. I've been planning and saving for 2 months to go to this wedding, and I'm so excited to go. The problem is, my boyfriend doesn't want to go. He says he feels like we've been moving around too much. He helps with family a lot and has been having to get some things done on his truck, regular maintenance, plus getting a new instrument panel when the old one went out after a bad storm. He doesn't want to drive 14 hours just for the weekend. There's someone we don't get along with going, and he doesn't want to see him. And he's been worried about a day off I'd need for a job I'm starting at. I'm calling them in the morning to see if anything can be done, and I'm sure other things I'm either forgetting he hasn't told me. I told him if he's worried about his truck, we can take my car. I'm worried about my car mostly because it needs maintenance and I need to update my plates, and it's short notice to change transportation plans, but I'm willing to make it happen. Taking a train or a plane would cost us $800, and I don't feel like that's worth it all for just a weekend. I'm already paying $300 for the hotel to stay. He doesn't trust my car either, though. I also told him if he doesn't want to go, he doesn't have to, and I'll go alone. He doesn't want me to go alone. He's worried something will happen. He brought up the fact that my car died on the side of the road a few days ago. It needs, and is getting a new battery this week. The battery's old. So if he goes, he's going to be cranky and uncomfortable the whole time, but he'll be that way if I go alone anyways. I just don't know what to do at this point. I've been looking forward to going to this wedding for 2 months, and all of this just coming up now. The hotel's already booked, and I told my friend I'm coming, but I don't want my boyfriend to be unhappy. Thoughts? Have you guys ever dealt with this?
I just went to a wedding by myself.
But have you ever... But that was because of... He had things going on, not because he couldn't go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Not because he didn't want to go. Sorry. He couldn't go, not that he didn't want to go. Have you ever had that where there was a event, let's say? We don't have to say wedding specifically.
Yes.
But an event that was out of town.
Yes. I have had a previous ex that has told me that I was not supposed to go or I can't go, and I have missed out on certain things because of it. And then that is actually one of the big reasons why the end of our relationship happened before I found out everything.
Okay.
But one of the big reasons was because I was tired of
not going to the events that you wanted to go to.
Not going to the events. I felt like I couldn't be myself. I also was not allowed to hang out with my family anymore. So it was just a lot of build up. Yeah. So yes, I understand her position where I think, one, if he's going to be cranky the whole time, if even being there, leave him at home. And because if he's going to be there and he's going to be cranky, it's going to sour your mood. And I've been in that situation before where I've gone to do things, brought the person with me, and they were cranky the whole time. It just sours the mood for you and that person.
I have a perfect solution for them. He stays and he takes the car. She takes the truck because it sounds like the truck is in better shape than the car. She takes the truck, she goes, she has a good time. That's what I would say. Or she sacrifices the $800 and she just flies.
I was going to say, if you're going to have to put the $800 towards the car anyway,
yeah,
might as well just fly.
But then think about it. You're having to double up at that point. Then you got to pay for the flight. And then also, I get that, the idea of driving. But, I mean, I don't know what the gas would cost from Missouri to North Carolina, but...
Cheaper than what it would be here?
Cheaper than flying, yeah.
Well, it would be cheaper than what it would be here.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's probably cheaper than flying too. So.
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah, I think she goes no matter what, because she doesn't want to miss it. And if he wants to be a party pooper, then he just doesn't go. But she needs to look at that long term of like, hey, this is your man. If you really want to be with somebody that's going to be like this, where he's going to throw a little hissy fit because he has to. Yeah, you've been doing a lot of traveling, but you've been excited for this wedding for a long time. Clearly.
Yeah.
And he's known about that for some time now.
Yeah.
We don't know the exact time and all that, but... And for him to be like, well, last minute, be like, I just don't want to go now, or we shouldn't go. No, it's like, she's already paid for the hotel. She's going. Homie, do you want to come or not? Like, that's what I would say. And I would tell him to not be a little baby about it and not be cranky, or else I'm pulling the car over on the side of the road and he can get out. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, let's do one more and then we can bounce over to your questions that you got. All right. Okay. Give me a number, 1, 2, or 3.
2.
2. All right. The guy, 27 male, that I've been seeing, 24 female, for the past year, denies that we're dating.
Red flag.
I, 24 female, have been saying to this guy, or have been seeing this guy, 27 male, since November of last year. On New Year's Eve, while drunk, he defined our dynamic by saying, you understand this is just benefits, right? I went along with it, but since there has been more couple-like or at least intimate activities such as cooking dinner together, traveling, staying over weekly, spending holidays together, day trips, sentimental gifts, etc. A few weeks ago, after we booked a weekend trip, he told me about a conversation he'd had with his best friend. He told me that his friend said, so you're sleeping together and you're now traveling together, so you're dating, right? He then told me that he responded to his friend, oh, no, with the friend saying, okay, well, does she know that? He then said, oh, she insisted. Basically, he lied to his friend, saying that I was the one who insisted it wasn't dating, even though that's not true at all. And he's the one who has reportedly insisted otherwise. He placed the responsibility on me. I didn't even know how to respond when he told me. I just sat there in shock. I felt like he'd just thrown me under the bus. After he told me that, he said a few times unconvincingly, you did. I could even tell he didn't believe that. This really bothered me. Privately, he treats me like more than just benefits, but publicly he distances himself and even lies to people close to him, squirming when his parents or people ask more questions. Just feels like he wants all the closeness without accountability. I don't know how to read this. I question why he lied to his own friend about the reality of the situation and then tell me about it to my face. Just asking for advice on what next steps I should take, and if anyone has ever been in this situation. Thoughts?
Well, the guy's not ready to settle down, so that's why he doesn't want the relationship status. And then that's kind of childish of him to put the blame on her when he's the one that originally doesn't want the title and she just went along with it. What?
The guy I've been seeing for almost a year lied to his friend, saying that I was the one who insisted that we're not dating, etc. He was the one who consistently insisted that we're not dating. I'm asking for advice on why he lied to his best friend and then told me the next steps regarding the situation. To add in previous more deep conversations, tears were shed and he held me saying, please don't leave. So I agree with you. I do think that
he could be one of those guys that's scared when the title comes in there, then
scared of commitment, but still that's not, even if you have commitment issues, that's not her fault.
No. He shouldn't be lying and blaming it on her.
Yeah, and she's getting the shit end of the stick.
Yeah.
Because theoretically, like, I mean, if you were told that, you'd probably think that you're just some rag at that point.
I literally would think I'm just a side piece.
Exactly. And for him to just have these commitment issues or whatever it is, and that's got to figure it out on his own. And I'm
assuming where she said that there's been more serious conversations with like tears and stuff and him saying like don't leave. I feel like those, because I was going to say that that's a conversation to continue to have, like, hey, we're just still like benefits, like there's no, because I've definitely had a friends with benefits and definitely was like, yeah.
Disgusting.
And I have definitely been like, we're just friends with benefits, nothing more. And I've had where like people would tell me other like things that the person was saying, and I would go back and be like, hey, I just want to like clarify, like we are just like, if you want to end this, we can end this, but like we're just friends with benefits.
All right, I'll cut that. Just kidding.
It's not like I told you what we did.
You know what I think, actually? There might be a portion of this that he probably feels like himself when he's with her.
Maybe he's just not ready for a relationship.
I don't know. It sounds like... Well, yeah, for sure. He's not ready for a relationship. But it sounds like also that he's like scared to admit to himself. He probably acts different around his friends, around his family.
Maybe how his friends and family are, and they're just different.
Yeah.
Like friends and family here. And I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying that maybe if he does put a title on it, then his family won't approve, or like his friends might be making fun of him for it.
Like the friend knows.
Oh, yeah.
Like y'all are dating. Because he literally said that. He's like, so you guys... He probably said it like, so you're dating? Because you're doing all these things. I'm sure the conversation was a lot longer than that. Like, because I've had some buddies that were like that. Where it's like, we're hooking up. We're hanging out. You know, we're going on dates. But I even had a buddy where, like, he would bring her over to the parents' house. And he would be like, no, we're just... friends with benefits.
That's
and I'm like,
the part is like, well, she even said like she's done holidays, which I'm assuming is like with the family.
So yeah, maybe it's,
or even like them just spending holidays together.
Maybe it's like Christmas or just opening gifts together.
But you're doing sentimental gifts. You're doing holidays. What?
No, you're good. Keep going.
You're doing holidays together. That is relationship stuff.
Oh, for sure, 1000%. That's why I was like, you could be onto something, or maybe she wouldn't necessarily be accepted by the family, or he's scared on how the family would react with I don't know, or maybe the other way around. Maybe he's scared of how she's going to react when she meets the family, the friend, etc.
I did just watch an episode of a TV show, and that was one of the reasons why he was really rich and did not want... It's not that he didn't want the girl to know about it. It was more the fact that he doesn't want to be a part of that lifestyle and didn't want her to just use him for money.
What would you do in that scenario? Let's say that you're a billionaire and you're... Like, obviously, this is you're not in a relationship. What would you do, right? You go on a date with a gentleman. Like how...
Depends on how famous I am.
Let's say that you just owned a tech company and you sold it, so it's like you're like low key, like you'd have
like
to find, you'd have to go and find you.
Nobody
really hard.
like no. It's not like I'm a singer, an actor, or like a model or anything like that.
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah,
And you have
at that
$1 billion.
point, I would purposely act like I was.
But like, let's say
didn't have money.
Let's say the two of you end up, like, you guys go back to your place. Like, would you be one of those that has like a secret? Or not secret. You have like a 1-bedroom apartment also.
100%.
And then you guys are dating for a few months and he only knows you at that. And then once he proposes or whatever, then it's like, hey, by the way, whoop-bam, you know?
Yeah, no, I probably would. And I know that's like hard because most of the relationship would be based off of a lie.
What if that happened to you the other way around?
I wouldn't be upset with it because I would understand at that point because of the fact that there is a lot of people that are just wanting money, and to find out if that person's there for money or not is to see how they handle in situations. And
I feel like it is so tough to be like a famous, wealthy person
and not have someone just sniffing around for money.
Yeah, because that's probably in the back of your head every time.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's probably why you see so much of like a famous athlete with a famous actress or something like that, because it's like
they both have money.
We both got cash. I don't need cash, right? We're both not here for money. Plus, obviously, they live lifestyles that, you know, they would want to continue, if that makes sense. But, okay, you have a couple questions that you wanted to get to. To transition over some goofy animal questions.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to start with a weird one. Would fish think we're weird for drowning in air?
Would fish think we're weird for drowning in air?
Yes. So think about it. They die with air. We die with water.
I think they're too stupid to realize what. I don't think their brain has a capacity to really think about the fact that we don't need water.
Goldfish, no, because their brain like resets every 30 seconds.
No, I know, but everything.
You think all fish are just dumb?
Not necessarily like super stupid, but like I don't think they're really thinking that this human needs water.
But what if they
needs air? If they are, then I mean, they probably just think that we're an alien, like we would think an alien is from another planet, because they can live like on the moon, for example, without dying, and it'd be that theory. Also, have you seen the guy in like Panama with like the meteorite that fell into his backyard?
No.
Like the black substance is growing out of it, like venom?
No.
Yeah, it's insane. He's on TikTok.
I'll find it.
It's crazy. Yeah, well...
Weird.
It's insane.
If dogs could text, how many times a day would they send you up?
My dogs would probably just spam my phone on, not you up, but...
Treats?
When are you going to be home? When are you going to be home? The second
But how many times do you think they would do it?
Shoot. Cooper, 1,000 times. My Basset Hound, Molly, God, maybe like 10,000 times. It'd be bad to give that dog a phone. She would abuse it.
I think Blaze would be like, can we play? Can we play?
Yeah.
Can we play? Can
Cooper
we play?
would be like
can
that.
We play?
Let's go on a walk. Let's go on a walk. Let's go on a walk. And Molly would be like, cuddle, 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 cuddle. You know. Jeez.
Sometimes I look at my dog and I just go, what is in your brain right now?
Do you think your dog looks like you? Or your husband? Do you think my dog looks like me? Cooper? My shepherd?
Well, like, not like looks like you, but like has your personality.
Do you think Molly looks like Anna?
She's got Anna's personality.
She's very low-key. Stress-free is a good term.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you got any others?
If monkeys had TikTok, what trend would they invent?
Oh, I got a great answer for this. They would like prank people by just throwing crap at them.
Like legit crap?
Literal feces at humans. And they would film it, and they would probably get millions of views because people would find that so funny for it not happening to them.
That's very true.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine if I was like a junior high kid again and I saw this famous monkey that just does TikToks where he goes around and just flings poop at people?
Yeah, I could see it.
I would die laughing. You too.
I don't know if I would...
If they farted, you would be gone. You'd be rolling on the floor laughing.
I don't know what it is about fart videos, but it's just hilarious. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh. Who would win in a staring contest? A cat or an owl?
An owl. I don't even think owls need to blink. Cats are like crocodiles where they have that like inner eyelid thing.
I don't know. But cats also don't blink as often.
I feel like an owl would.
Do you think sharks are jealous of dolphins for being the fun ocean animal?
I think that sharks are the most intriguing animal, one of the most intriguing animals on the planet, but also like one of them, like I'm terrified of them.
Why are they intriguing?
Because they're just like crazy to look at and think about, but they're like majestic in the water. If I'm, I don't know how to describe it. Like Shark Week, looking at all the different types of sharks and everything. Growing up watching Shark Week, and like how many teeth they actually have. They have like 3 rows of teeth. It's insane. I don't know, but no, I think that they're probably a lot less dangerous than we think they are.
Sharks?
Yeah. Because theoretically, I think it's like more people die by cows a year than by sharks.
What?
Yeah, there's some statistic about that. Shark attacks don't happen as often as... how little do shark attacks happen? Extremely rare. So in 2024, there were 47 unprovoked attacks.
Worldwide per year, sharks are 5 to 10 deaths.
Yeah, exactly.
Hippos cause 500 deaths per year. Mosquitoes cause 700,000 deaths per year.
Exactly.
Hippos are... they're not scary. I think they're cute and cuddly, but...
Dogs kill more people a year than sharks.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think of a dog and I'm like, oh, you know, you're this super aggressive animal. But I think of a shark and I'm like, yeah, you're going to rip me to shreds. Versus, obviously I know some dogs, when I look at them, I'm like, the way you're acting,
with you,
I'm not going to go up to you and pet you. But, yeah, more animals, or animals that are more dangerous than sharks, like you said, mosquitoes, hippos. A freshwater snail kills more people a year than sharks.
How?
I don't know, they probably just... I don't know.
Does snails have teeth?
No, it's probably something with they probably eat them wrong.
Oh, like escargot?
The small but deadly freshwater snail kills approximately 280,000 humans a year.
But I want to know how.
Here, let's see. It says it right here. Where's that snail? I gotta go find it.
Find the snail.
Hippos, fire ants. Fire ants kill more people. Jellyfish. Snakes.
Snakes, jellyfish.
People kill more people, obviously.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Snail. They carry a parasitic disease called, oh god, schistosomiasis. The disease enters the skin of people who are in contact with contaminated fresh water.
Oof.
In developing countries that play or bathe in any unsafe water are particularly vulnerable. It infects more than 250 million people at one time, mainly in Africa, Asia, and South America. Holy crap. A snail.
Interesting.
What else is on this list? Lions kill more people than snails.
That makes sense.
200 or not than snails. Sharks. 200 deaths per year. What'd you see? 10 deaths per year?
5 to 10 deaths per year.
Elephants. 500 deaths a year.
Jesus.
Wolves. Jesus Christ.
That makes sense.
Wolves. I would be so terrified to run into a wolf.
I honestly would love...
They're so much bigger than you think.
No, I know. There was a girl in our elementary school that had 2 of them as pets.
Bears, alligators, and mountain lions all kill more people. Which makes sense. I think I could... I'm not going to lie. Low-key, I might be able to take out a mountain lion.
You're fucking stupid.
I know we're back on this thing about the animals we could take out.
I don't think
mountain
that you
lions are small.
I could take out an ant.
Maybe I'm thinking of No, yeah, a mountain lion. Yeah, they're small.
No, they're not.
Are they not? What's a small cat?
A domestic cat.
No, other than like wild. An ocelot? I could fuck.
Hold on,
ocelot.
I got a cat. I got a cat that you could
How
mess
big
up.
is a mountain lion? 2 to 3 feet? Oh, I would just...
The cat that you can take is a rusty spotted cat.
I could take out Lenny the tiger. You ever seen Lenny the tiger?
That's the cat you can take out.
I would absolutely punt that thing.
It's the world's tiniest kitty.
This is Lenny the tiger. I don't know if the camera can see that. I don't think so.
No. Well, maybe.
Lenny the tiger is a Down syndrome tiger.
That's so rude to try to take out Lenny the tiger.
I'm just saying, the strongest animal, I could take out that animal.
You're just like my husband that said that he can take out a giraffe.
No, kangaroo.
What was a kangaroo?
Kangaroo would fuck him up.
No, was it...
This kangaroo. Oh, we had one more thing to talk about. Yeah. Yeah, we're not at our hour mark yet. Okay, last thing before we get on out of here. Halloween is right around the corner.
Yes.
Have you thought about what you're going to be for Halloween?
No.
Okay. You should join us. We have a group costume going on right now. We're all going to be Monsters, Inc. Right now, you have the option of like Randall, the chameleon. You could be Mike Wazowski. That lady.
I'm not being that lady.
That would be so funny. That would be elite if you were that lady. You could be the dude with the sock on his back. That would be a good one. That would be a unique one that no one would do.
I'm trying to look up those costumes, and there's not that many that are like good, like that's easy to do.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be, cause like I thought about like the crab guy, the villain, but then I'm like, nah, that's the dragon lady would be sick from Monsters University, the principal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough for sure. Maybe you could just be like the pink girl that wears the coat in Monsters University. They all wear like the frat coats or the football coats. I mean,
I'll definitely look into it.
And if you could come up with another idea for 5, so right now we got 5.
Yeah.
No one's bought anything, so it's like not set in stone.
Yeah.
Halloween is 30 days away, so we got time.
We can all be minions.
I don't want to be the exact same thing as everyone.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
It was 100%.
I get that, but
I would love to do it where someone would be what is it? Gru.
And the rest
and then
of us
we just
are
have
minions.
but I would love to do it with like a bunch of
50 people, yeah.
And then we're in the middle of the bar.
We gotta go to the bar on top of like.
And it's like
tonight we steal the moon, and then we all go
like,
fucking
yes!
nuts. The issue with that would be Halloween this year is on a Friday, I think.
Yes.
And the only problem with that is there's gonna be so many people out We would need like a fat group. Now, 50 people, if we could get 50 people in the same bar.
In the same costume?
In the same costume? Yeah, that would be, yeah. But the issue would be getting 50 in the same bar.
Yeah.
And then 2, having it not be a bar that's not like super loud to where we can actually hear what is going on.
Well, even if like, for example, like if we did Bella's, like we went to Bella's and...
Oh, that's so dead. We could definitely do that.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. And be like, tonight, we stole the moon. And then we all just go wild and we're like, yeah. But I want to be one of the minions because that would be fun. I just want to cheer and like...
I wouldn't mind being Gru. That'd be funny.
I honestly...
Only if we had like 50 people though. Yeah. I'm not doing it with like 3, or 5.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, no. I'll definitely look into it and see other like ideas.
I thought of Scooby-Doo. That's always a good one because there's 5 of us, and I'm like, the Scooby Gang is perfect.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Like the issue would be like who would be what.
We have 3 females.
Anna would be perfect for. Well, that's just gender bend. Steph could be Fred. You could be Daphne, or you could be Fred.
What if we did it opposite?
I'm not being a girl.
You don't want to be Daphne or Velma?
No, I would be Scooby-Doo. That's the obvious one. Or I would be Shaggy, and then Jake would be Scooby-Doo. And then you guys can have everything else.
What if Jake's Fred?
That's fine, too. He could be Fred. I'm either going to be Scooby or I'm going to be Shaggy.
I don't really care who I am. I do have the go-go boots, though, for Daphne.
Damn, if only... we could do Ninja Turtles. And then 4 of us are Ninja Turtles. One of us is the rat. Splinter? Master Splinter? Yeah. That would be a great costume. Whoever is I'll be the rat. I don't care.
We should just start a group chat for Halloween costumes.
Yeah, that would be so good. If we did Ninja Turtles and one of us is the rat, that would be so funny. Okay, this Reddit strip here is the worst experience you've ever had during Halloween.
I broke my ankle.
You broke your ankle. Someone pushed you to the ground.
They grabbed the back of my neck and threw me down because I was being a menace to society.
All right. Well, it's Halloween night, and there's a knock on her parents' door. Dad goes to open it, and there is a man with a bag on his head, standing on their porch, silent. The man makes a move to step into their house, and the dad pushes him backwards. Everyone watches as the man falls backwards off of their step and smashes his head on the ground. It is revealed that the man with the bag is my friend's grandfather, Mom's dad, who was trying to Halloween prank them. He was rushed to the hospital with permanent damage, no longer able to care for himself or his wife, who also had health issues. They both ended up in hospital care. Additionally, my friend's mother never forgave her husband, placing the blame of the accident entirely on his shoulders. They divorced shortly after. Thoughts? That's insane. I don't blame the husband.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't blame the wife for being mad at the husband either because it's Halloween.
She's gonna be mad at someone, right? That dude must have pushed him hard as crap.
He probably thought it was an intruder that was trying to come and murder them.
That sucks. Because, like, I'm thinking about your average porch. Even if it's a short one for, like, a mobile home, still, like...
Well, and the gentleman was older, so he's a lot more fragile.
And he could have just slipped or something. That sucks. That's brutal.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's just...
As fucked up as this is, someone commented this, as fucked up as this is, don't let it deter anyone reading this to not be suspicious of strangers trying to force themselves into your home, no matter what day it is or holiday it is. That's crazy. That would suck. Like, I feel like as the guy, I would feel so guilty. But at the same time, a part of me, like, wouldn't... I feel like it would be both ways, or I would probably... For so long, I would feel so guilty, but then at the same time, I would be like... I mean, also, like, I was just protecting my home. You know? I don't know how to put it. That's tough.
It's a really tough situation.
That's brutal. This next one. I was like 7 or 8 and dressed like an angel. Parents took me to the science museum where they set up little houses for the kids to trick or treat in. I got so much candy and was so proud of myself. But when we left, all my candy was gone. The little boy behind me had been taking scoops of my candy and putting it into his basket. I cried. Damn.
That would be something you would do.
I would not take someone else's candy.
You 100% would have taken mine or our other sister's candy.
I was the kid where I genuinely took one piece when someone had a sign that said, please take one.
So my neighborhood is really big with like kids that come through. So we always buy like 4 to 6 bags of candy. And
I know, it's great. We just go over there on Halloween. We eat all the candy we want.
Like, we just munch and then last year, I was talking to our neighbor and a kid came up and I was like, oh, yeah, go ahead and take one. And they took like 3 big handfuls. And I was like, I said one.
That's when you reach in the bag and be like, no.
I'm not doing that to a kid.
Back in the... I've always wanted to do the thing where the house is all decked out for Halloween, but then where there's a candy bowl, but I've got the candy bowl, but I'm in a costume and I look like I'm just a stationary dude. And then, yeah, I scare the crap out of the kids. Because remember those handful of houses in our neighborhood that would go all out and then they would always have somebody there to scare them?
Do you remember when Dad's old friend dressed up as a wolf?
The werewolf, yeah.
And climbed on the roof?
Yeah. But we didn't experience that because we were out trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
That's what kind of... Yeah, like, we just kind of missed out on that, I guess. But.
Yeah. But, did you hear what Dad's giving me?
The dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to put a sign next to it that says, step at your own risk.
No, you should be like, step here for candy.
No, because I'm not going to terrify the little kids. That would be so
great. The parents are going to know.
Yeah.
And if they it's Halloween, they get a little scared, they'll be all right. And it's so delayed. Dad doesn't even know if it works.
Well, I'll figure that out.
Yeah, you should. All right, for context, it is this dog house that has, you step on a pad, dog comes jumping out at you.
It's a rabid dog.
But I think you should do that. Put a bowl on top of it and just be like, step here for candy. And just go crazy. And then you guys have a Ring doorbell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Then you record it and you upload it to TikTok. I'm just kidding. All right. Oh, have you ever had your candy taken? Every year we got our candy just sifted through, half of it gone.
Yeah.
Absolute. Do you think you'll do that with your kids?
Oh, 100%.
So for context, our dad would go through our candy and anything that was resealable, us kids were not allowed to have. He didn't want somebody drugging it or putting in any candy that didn't have air in it.
I also do think, I remember the first time that I was able to check my own candy. I grabbed one that was like no air basically because it slightly got opened. And Dad's like, oh, sorry, this one's got to be thrown away. And I'm like, that sucks.
Yeah, and then on top of that, he would be like, oh, dad tax.
Yeah.
And take even more. And I'm like, bro.
Do you remember we have like pillowcases of candy? Like one big for you, me, and then Taylor. We all had like all of those options. And then we'd get it back and it was just like half of our bin.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like the Reese's peanut butter cups that were individually sealed, that were folded. Yeah. We couldn't have those. And those were so good. Those were the best.
I do understand why he did it, though. Not the dad tax, but the...
I mean, I get it to an extent. I do also think,
well, think about it like nowadays. Like, a lot of people are spiking a lot of things, and it does happen.
Yeah,
so
fair. I mean, give our kids a good trip.
Could you imagine...
Just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Just handing out edibles to all the kids. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
What we should have done is just ate the candy as we were trick-or-treating.
They never allowed us to.
Yeah, but we were on our own.
Well, that, yes, we were.
Yeah, we were stupid to not. When we were just That's kind of crazy to think about. Like, Halloween's the one night where a lot of parents don't give two craps. Their kids just walk through all these dark neighborhoods trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Like, thinking about that, like, we were able to go everywhere.
But also, that was a certain age that we got to.
Yeah, but at the same, even prior, like, we were like 12 and able to do that.
Well, yeah, but that's a certain age that you get to, and then it's like, okay, you can go walk the neighborhood and trick or treat. There is, like, I know when we first moved here, and when we were walking around the neighborhoods and stuff, I remember Dad had a wagon.
Yeah, I mean, when we were, 4, 5, 6, sure. Of course, you should walk with your parents. But think about you being 12 years old could have gotten snatched, for sure.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that. Obviously,
me at 29 years old can still get snatched.
For sure, but it's a lot different. Being a grown woman getting snatched versus a young kid. It's a lot. I feel like it would be...
It's just a different type of predator.
No, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's... All right, I shouldn't say anymore because
are you saying this because so wait, I have a question. When you guys have kids, how old are you gonna have your kids when they have a babysitter?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't had that
thought process yet.
I think, we would probably do, like, when they don't need a babysitter or when they do. When they don't need one. 15, 16. And, like, in theory, well, one, we're prone to having twins. So we're kind of planning for the idea we would have twins. So until, they're probably
if you have
14,
twins,
15.
Does that mean that the toys I have to buy double of?
I mean, yeah, duh. It's 2 birthdays. It's not one. What are you going to give them this and cut it in half?
Yep.
You know they ain't sharing.
No.
Did we share? No.
Yeah, no, I remember. I had some unique situations with you.
Me?
Yeah, the Eeyore to the head.
I didn't do anything.
Pushed off of a bar stool because you thought I was taking your candy, but I hid my candy up there.
That was fair. That was deserved.
I was grabbing my candy, and it's deserved to be pushed and land onto a bar stool. Yes.
Pent up aggression that you caused.
You're a psychopath.
Let's keep going on this. Let's see. Let me find a good one here. All right, this is a longer one. Junior year of high school, my cousin and I volunteered to drive some of the younger kids from church and chaperone their trick-or-treating. We were walking down the street back toward my truck when I hear a sound that was familiar, but it didn't click at first. I hear it again and feel something whiz past me and hit the concrete. I realized it was someone with a pellet gun. About the time one of the little girls screamed this blood-curdling wail and fell down. He had shot her in the eye with a CO2-powered pellet gun. My cousin took off running toward a yard, leaned down and grabbed a hunk of gravel concrete from the driveway and chucked it into the tree. He had a 92-mile-an-hour fastball when he played baseball and hit the kid, knocking him from a limb onto the ground. Jeez, what a throw. I'm wrangling 7 kids from 6 to 12 years old, all screaming and crying while my cousin is beating the boogers out of this guy. Parents are running outside, and it's chaos when the police and ambulance finally show up. Long story short, kid with the pellet gun got an assault with a deadly weapon and another charge, and the little girl lost her eye from the incident.
I was going to say, she lost her eye and is blind now.
That's it. What a throw by the guy, the freaking baseball kid. I mean, shout out, he's a hero, because, like, theoretically, they could have never known where he was hiding.
Yeah.
And Could have just gotten in the truck and took her to the hospital, but
there was no saving that eye.
No, but
even if they like left,
you still probably took her to the hospital.
Well, yeah, but this is why you don't mess with things. People have like ideas and they're like, let's take a paintball gun and go over here and do this, or let's do a pellet gun.
Oh God, this one's. My girlfriend asked me to go with her and her son trick-or-treating. Mm-hmm. We picked out costumes for everyone, invited the neighbors' kids, and we went around for about 4 hours. We took tons of pictures of us and the kids, and a kitten followed us back to her house that we ended up keeping. We dropped off the kids with their parents, then went home and got the kiddo ready for school the next day while trying to keep him from eating too much candy. Next day at work, our mutual friend asked what I did for Halloween. I told her to check the girlfriend's Facebook because she posts everything, and I wanted her to see the kitten pics. Yeah, I'm cropped out of every photo. All people we visited, all the other kids' parents, and a few of the neighbors we stopped and talked to are all tagged in her post about how much fun her and her son had. Felt like I was cut out of her public life. Edited to add last line since they edited. No. Anyways, yeah. So, there's a breakup. That's a bummer. Especially since, like, dude probably felt part of the, like, seriously, like, that was family. And then just...
Dang.
That's a blow to the gut for sure.
Or there's another person.
Could be. Or they recently got divorced. The parent's father. She didn't want to. Could be.
That's true.
I would have liked to have seen an edit of, like...
What, like, more...
When he
like
got home from work and he's like, what the hell? That
or he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, or he didn't say anything, sorry.
Someone said, bro, please tell me you mean X.
How would you feel if, like, you...
I would go home and probably... I would give her a chance to defend herself. Depending on what she said, there'd be very few reasons where I would continue that relationship.
Yeah.
Because it's like... We just spent...
I feel like if it was the divorce situation, like, we just recently got divorced, I don't want...
They kept the cat. That means he's still with the girl. Right? It's only a day later. They go to the office, but he posted that whenever. And he said, we kept the cat. I would assume they kept it for longer than a day.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Does it say when that story was posted?
4 years ago.
But, like, does it say a date?
No, it doesn't say exactly when. But how old is too old to go trick-or-treating?
I had this conversation last year. Honestly, I think all ages should be able to trick-or-treat just because of the fact that if you think of, would you rather your kids be trick-or-treating at 16, 17, 15, 16 years old, or would you rather them go out and party?
Yeah, but okay, that's fine. What if they're 18?
Are you really going to be able to tell a difference between an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old?
What if they're 30? No kids.
That's kind of creepy, I'm not going to lie.
So where's the cutoff?
Point, I guess
What's the cutoff?
I guess when you become like an adult,
18?
Like 18 I feel like is like pushing it. Like I feel like 18 and up you should probably not trick or treat anymore. When you're legally over the, like, you're 18 years old, you're allowed to gamble. You're not in high school anymore. Well, I was gonna say smoke, but you have to be 21 to smoke in California. So
I thought gambling's 21.
I'm pretty sure it's... No, gambling is 21.
21, yeah.
You're allowed... I am pretty sure you're allowed to buy a lottery ticket, though, at 18.
Can you? Yeah, I think you're right, actually, on that. I don't know all the... I'm older than that now, so I don't gotta worry about either one of those.
I don't know. I'm not gonna ask people for, like, IDs, but if they...
Nah, if a 30-year-old man knocks on my door, I'm like, nah, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that would be really...
I'm not giving you candy.
I feel like that would be really creepy.
So you're saying 18 is pushing it?
Well, it's not like I'm really going to be able to tell the difference between an 18-year-old and 17-year-old.
Okay, but if I knock on your door, you don't know me. I knock on your door, I got a beard. I'm in a football jersey, that's it. I go knock on your door with a bag of candy. I'm like, trick or treat.
I'm going to hand you very awkwardly a piece of candy and say, have a great night.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving candy to an adult. Like, yeah, if you're, because you're right, you can't really tell the difference between like a 16 and an 18-year-old, sure. But if you got a full-on beard, I'm gonna be like,
but there's some kids out there that have full-blown...
And I will deny those kids. Because I don't give...
mean.
I'm sorry that you went through puberty before some others. But if you got a beard... If you got a beard like mine, and mine's not even filled, I'm denying your ass. If a kid, 18-year-old, walks into or knocks on my door and goes trick-or-treat, I'm gonna be like, get your grown ass to work, bro.
You're so mean.
No, that's crazy. It's because at that point, I wouldn't be able to tell if they're 18 or 25. What
about people that go trick-or-treating with their babies, newborn babies?
That's different.
Okay.
You better have a small pumpkin bucket or whatever. Better not have this big-ass bag. Your baby.
You're so like...
What?
Gotta be this way.
If you're a grown-ass man... Like, that's fine. No. I would give candy to the baby, for sure. Don't get me wrong. I would probably I'd be like, you got this big ass bag for the baby? Nah, we're not stupid.
It's dad tax.
Yeah. No, that's full. You lost
I would definitely do a small one, but I would have a wagon and would have
oh, for sure.
a bucket in there to dump the candy
but don't
into.
come up to my house with a big ass pillowcase for your 2-year-old son. That's not. And your pillowcase is this full. That's not happening. I'm gonna act like I'm putting it in the bag. I'm gonna take candy back.
You're so mean.
2-year-old kid does not need 700 pieces of candy.
Okay.
I'm doing that kid a favor.
So are you gonna be the person that handles out raisins or apples?
No, I just told you edibles.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. No, I would. I would love to be that family that does like the full size candy bars.
Oh, like go to so expensive. It is.
I mean, if I'm rich, sure.
Even like the going to Costco and getting because like the party bag. I have to get like 6 of them, and
also I'm a huge I'm not doing that much candy. I'm doing like 1 or 2 bags, and then I'm like, when we're out, we're out. We don't have any more. If we run out, that's why I would probably do like only 1 or 2 pieces per, so that I could make it last.
Yeah.
Long. Of course, when I was at your house and I was handing out candy, I'm not gonna lie, I was handing out fat handfuls to the kids, like, especially the kids that had the great costumes. I'm like, oh, bro, you get 2 handfuls.
Last year there was a cow squad.
That's cool.
There was like 6 kids that were all in the same inflatable cow. I think I went to your house
last year. Yeah, because we watched football.
No, you didn't come last year.
I think I did.
No, I think you were was it last year?
I think it was last year.
Oh, you did, because it was on, you and Anna showed up in your onesies.
Yeah.
Because it was right after Mom left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween, though.
We'll figure out a costume.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.